Hello friends, welcome to our video. TextFix, the Berlin-based mobile text filing app, raises $220 million at a $1 billion plus valuation. The details are: Ben Franklin once famously said that in this world nothing can be said to be certain except death and taxes. But that doesn't make dealing with either particularly natural and easy. Tech is rushing in to fill that gap, and today a Berlin-based startup called TextFix, which has built a popular mobile assistant to address the former of these, is announcing a big round of funding to fuel its growth. It has closed its Series D of $220 million at a visualization of over $1 billion. Money that the startup will be using both to build in more products, to extend its touch points with customers beyond annual use around text times, and to expand to new markets beyond its current footprint of Germany, Spain and Italy. The funding is being led by Teachers Ventures Growth and rebranded Ventures Fund, the Ontario Teachers Pension Plan Boards, prolific investors for years in tech, with previous bankers and tech ventures Sendium and Relepine also participating. Indexing led its Series C in 2020, led a round in 2018. This is a major round for the startup. TextFix has raised around $330 million since being founded in 2016. The company concept is very simple, played out mostly simply for people who do not have complicated tax profile with different assets or other money sources in the balance. Using the app to check out your tax situation is free, and to do so you simply take a snapshot of a payslip and fill out another few details, and TextFix does the rest of the work for you. To then file your taxes through that as an individual costs £39.99 or £59.99 as a couple. TextFix isn't a business process automation startup per se, but it takes something of the stance as one is building its product for the customer market. We've hacked the brain of a tax accountant, into quote CEO Martin Ott notes. The startup has had millions of downloads of its app across its three current markets in Germany, Spain and Italy, up to now working out to over $1 billion in taxes refund for those who file out their forms using its mobile assistant. Notably, however, TextFix doesn't disclose how many customers it has currently, although you can partially understand why. Metric like monthly or daily active users, a classic metric for customer-focused mobile apps, which has this, are hard to quantify for a product that realistically is only used in mass once a year. Concept that Ott, who joined last year from having been a VP and MD of Central Europe of none other than Facebook, will understand very well. That's indeed one reason for raising this funding and raising so much of it, building more product to extend that life cycle. Ott will be too specific about what will come first and when beyond saying later this year, but ideas he mentioned in the interview included tools for expense management throughout the year, which is useful for those who are self-employed and might want to track recipient more carefully ahead of filing, and options for people to take tax windfalls and invest them elsewhere. TextFix, as you might suspect, prefers to talk about the good news stories around tax filings. It's easy and it's often free money owed to you. So Ott wasn't keen to talk about how much money is calculated people owe to it state, but there's an opportunity there's to provide financing and longer term managing to their financing as a different kind of products. The challenge that TextFix has built to address, and those who first built it, its original founders Matthias Pucci and Lino Teuteberg are still with the company respectively as a chairman and CTO, was that, as TVG MD David Dugan described it, that many people associated Texas with anxiety. It's complicated that people are afraid of the outcome, she said. The solution was a simple one: make an app to make something complicated delightful. I don't know if I'd ever use that word to describe the person of dealing with Texas, but very few of us are unfamiliar with how a few simple mobile tricks can actually make mundane things into fun activities. And there's a big opportunity in the market to do so. To do that, something is deeply mundane, anxiety inducing and generally complicated as text TurboTax into its peak production in the US. That is a competitors of Shorts alongside State's own filing system and a number of other accounting platforms and other startups like TaxSpot was a startup as far back as the 1980s, and it's still growing at a rate of 5 to 10%. Dugan point out that's a sign of how there's not just incumbent market share to take away, but new users popping up all the time. TurboTax is intuitive, and another reason too, it's really not expanded outside of the US, which says something about the complexity of building these products and perhaps points to one reason why TaxFix hasn't expanded much itself. Would not be drawn out on which markets the company will tackle next, except to point out that it's focused on countries where the system found that states are hard to use and there are not many alternatives in those markets currently to address issues. Thank you for watching our video. Make sure to subscribe to our channel and also press the bell icon so you'll never miss another update.